This is Jonathan Agatha with Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Johnny Nelson somewhere in the BIC. Just seen Chris Billam-Smith knock out Xhoxhaj, I believe his name is. Xhoxhaj. Yeah. Knockout of the year contender right there.
Yeah, the knockout actually didn't tell the story of the fight because the fight wasn't as smooth as what the knockout looked. I think Xhoxhaj was fast at the traps, caught Smith on the back foot, so you got caught. He tried to figure out the speed. He had to figure out what was in front of him. So it took him a few rounds to get to that point. But when the knockout occurred, he showed his natural strength and his natural size. He was bigger. He was naturally bigger, and he had to grow into feeling comfortable. And it was a must. He couldn't do anything else.
I spoke to Barry McGuigan and I said, obviously he took some shots in there, but was it slightly because he maybe took his eye off the ball with this one because it wasn't the world title shot?
No, I don't think he took his eye off the ball because I think what he did was he probably, as I said, Xhoxhaj came out fast at the traps. And so he was faster than what he thought. He thought he could work at his own pace at the fight. And when you get to world level, what happens is that's going to happen. You're gonna have to deal with whatever and assess whatever's in front of you quickly and think quick, change tactics mid round. And it took him a couple of rounds and a few scary moments for him to do that.
You saw. Obviously, Richard Riatpool was there as well. How big is that fight between Billam-Smith and Riatpool? Could it happen next?
It's very big. I wouldn't do it next. You know, they're all in touching distance of fighting for a world title. We could be in a position here in the UK to have 3 world champions. Obviously, Lawrence Okoli is having contractual issues with his management team or his promoter. So we don't really know where he sits or where he stands, but he's the WBO champion. Every other champion that's out there is beatable. The IBF champion, WBN, WBC champion, they're all beatable. And none of them are fighters that put bums on seats. I'm quite sure they'd be happy to come here to the UK. In an ideal world, you could have 3 cruiserweight world champions in the same country, and then the cream rises to the top because these guys fighting each other. The fights could easily be made.
And your pick from the undercard, there's some good fights on there, some big knockouts. Caroline Dubois, what stood out for you?
Caroline Dubois, power, 60 seconds of pure sheer vicious power, and her adaptation to the pro ranks now is mad. It's ridiculous. She's levels ahead of anybody. With the same amount of fights as her as a professional. She punches hard, sits down well, changes from Jekyll to Hyde, or whichever's the bad one. I actually think that was outstanding fight, really good fight.
And last show of the year, how do you sum it up? First full year, I guess, with Ben Shalom. What's been different? What stood out?
It's been a good year for boxing. I think they showed the show reel on the overhead screen, and I thought, wow, it has been a wicked year. I love the fact that he finally managed to get Kell Brook and Amir Khan together in Manchester. The atmosphere was ridiculous. He's given opportunities to fighters that probably would have been overlooked by the big guys that were out there. And so we're seeing the emergence of talent that we wouldn't see. We're seeing good fights tonight. Look, First was named Jimmy First, 41 years old. You know, what an opportunity for that guy there. He would never have got that kind of opportunity on many other platforms. 41 years old, 14 and 0. I'm listening. He's not going to be a world champion, but he got an opportunity to box on TV. So it was a chance for people to see the small and the tall. You know, and so it's just been a good year.
And one thing you obviously mentioned, Kell Brook, he did an interview with Boxing King Media, not sure if you've seen it, but he was talking about sort of life after retirement and is struggling and he feels like he's died. Yeah. What did you make of that, and have you spoken to Kell since retirement and things like that? Not
about what he wants to do. I know what I'd like him not to do, and I think he's going through the process of retirement, and it's 5 years. The first 5 years are hell. And you've got to try and steady yourself, find stability, find something that captures your imagination. But it's the first 5 years out of retirement that hell. He's not even past the first year, so don't be surprised if he decides he wants to get back in the mix again.
Johnny, thanks for your time. I'll let you enjoy the rest of the night. Quiet one, of course.
Should be a quiet one, of course.
Yeah.